go to school, anybody actually. I never went to school, I don't think. You know, I was always playing the wag. That used to be truant, right, you know, so anybody remembers that name? Can't remember anybody really famous, but that was a really great set. So, I spoke about 20 minutes last week because Scott done a video and it was more me talking, so I'm going to have to sort of cut the talking short. But many years ago I went, can you turn up a bit, Dan, is that alright? Can you hear it there?
Yeah, I'm going to adjust this.
Okay, cheers. I went busking throughout Europe and I ended up in Israel, stroke Palestine. And I went around all the religious sites, Garden of Gethsemane, Calvary, and slept on the Mount of Olives without much trouble. And with all those events that happened out there, it's quite effective. But the main characters were Judas, Jesus, and Peter, and God, of course. And I sort of collected together the idea that who was lying to each other, or was it just, you know, because these fantastic things that we've been said, but you can't have them here, you've got to have them elsewhere, you know, and everybody goes to church to ask God for a few favours, you know, can you send us a couple of bob, that sort of stuff. So it's called What Strange Road Am I? What strange road am I on this night when I shall lie? The more I search for, the less I gain, said the mocking wind to the pouring rain. As I fell into my own deceit, wanna get out of the 13th seat, wanna say farewell, so long, goodbye, I was wrong. What strange road am I on this night when I shall lie? Life's a gamble, you gotta take a chance. Life's a ramble, you gotta dance. I heard the cock crowing in pain. They said you know his name. I saw your face through the fire and you called me a liar. What strange road am I on this night when I shall lie? They said that the river was deep. I killed the lamb with a kiss on the cheek. They said that the river was deep. Promises the Prince of Love couldn't keep. What strange road am I on this night when I shall lie? What strange road am I on this night when I shall die? This is called But for That Man, and everybody's got a but for that man, or a but for this, or a but for that, or if I hadn't had this, or if I hadn't a but, you know, but for this and but for that. I think you know what I'm talking about. Not a but like a bottom, but
Yeah,
a but when,
sounds
you
a
know,
little bit gay.
you know, sort of like, like a good old but. You know? But it's the contrast between, I used to read a lot of John Milton, and he wrote a thing called Paradise Lost and Allegro. Not that it comes anywhere near that sort of classical stuff, but after reading a few poems you always get a bit inspired and you think to yourself, that's good, but you realise how inferior you are to these sort of colossuses, you know. So it's worth a little read, but Paradise Lost is about, I don't know, 140 pages long for a poem. That's quite long, isn't it? You know, you normally write a little Valentine one every 14th of February. Well, I don't, because I ain't got a girlfriend. So, you know. I've walked the high places and stood on hard ground. I've seen a million faces, but none turn around. I've made that journey of no return, heading outward bound. Made friends with the wicked, the jealous and the vain. I've worn out the same old stories by telling them again. And I wasn't born for this. A child born in the wilderness, a baby born to cry. I've seen the bad side of many and been down on my luck. I've seen the face of fear and jealousy run amok. I've heard sweet sorrow talking and failure just as much. I've made things come together and fall at a gentle touch. And I wasn't born for this. And I wasn't born for this. Shadows cross the sun now, they fall far and wide. I've chased a million rainbows, all in just one night. I've sat in with the demon in his room of half-filled light. I drank all his poison, I drink so heedlessly. I waited for the snake to come and take her bite. And I born for this. No, I wasn't born for this. But for that man, but for that man, love she sighs. But for that man, but for that man, love she cries. Been on the end of another man's whip, the last man to leave a sinking ship. Been given all the chances and seen just as many slip. I burnt a hole in my pocket and fed from another man's plate. Let's put it all together. I see love and I see hate. And I wasn't born for this. No, I wasn't born for this. But for that man, but for that man, love she sighs. But for that man, but for that man, love she dies. Sorry I didn't let love live. Sometimes I let her live and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I kill her off and sometimes I keep her alive, you know, so it depends on the day. Lots of people say, what's that song about? I just make up your own mind, basically, you know. People do ask me, you know, because it goes on forever. I'm glad you sort of stayed. When I looked up, I thought most people had been gone by now, you know. When's it going to finish? And now I'm going to look for this masterful piano player. And my finger's pointing right at him, and he moves every time my finger points. He just goes to the piano.
Hey, my sense of rhythm is great.
Yeah. All he's got to do is a B major 7th and an A6, you know, because he did text me, but I'm no good at computers. He said, send me a link, and I thought, what's a link? I don't use computers or stuff, you know. My daughter tells me off about it. She said, you learn a little bit, but, you know, I come from places where we didn't go to school, you know. Well, I won't tell you where that was, but...
Fallujah?
We'll have a guessing game. It was Fallujah, actually. How do you know it's a Fallujah?
Well, I can tell by the...
That's right, yeah. That's right. So, Dan, it's just B major 7th, all the song. Just follow it along and, you know, it goes into an A minor 7th now and then.
Yeah, it does. Give me a sec.
I wrote that years ago. I'm not going to do it again. No fear. Right, this is called Abstract Scenes, and it's about a girl's journey around London who's dreaming. She's gone to London, thinks she can make money and that sort of stuff, but she ends up coming a little bit unstuck and having to be girl of the night. Abstract scenes fill her eyes, Geometric buildings reach to the skies. She wakes up in cheap hotels. Sunday morning cathedral bells. No shortcuts to the penthouse suite. No grand views or fancy menus. She runs the race, she keeps the pace with the grace of a bird in flight. She sits and dreams in fast food chains, counting the losses 'cause there are no gains, hunting for a cigarette butt, no change in a cardboard coffee cup. She plays the game, they pay the price, but she sits and cries at night. She stands in the queue at the interview. Don't call me and I won't call you. Failure is on her mind, and the life she left behind. She runs the race, she keeps the pace with the grace of a bird in flight. She plays the game, they pay the price, but she sits and cries at night. Grey clouds obscure a winter sun. She stands on the bridge and the river says come. She stands on a platform, sees a train coming in. Down the tunnel she's a busker sing. Abstract scenes fill her eyes. A new day flashes in the skies. Abstract scenes fill her eyes. Abstract scenes fill her eyes. Abstract scenes fill her eyes. Well done, Dan. Superb as always.
Let's hear it for John.